Hi there. We're on to IELTS writing part, and we are going to practice today section one of academic writing, that is your report writing. Today's type of question is going to be multiple charts. Multiple charts में generally क्या होता है? You will be given more than one type of charts. Say for example, जैसे यहाँ पे दिया है, we have line graph over here and there is a pie chart over here. दोनों अलग type के हैं. There is a chance that you get a bar graph and a table over here, right? So such type of a setting is called multiple charts. I've heard people saying that multiple charts is actually tough, but I believe ये ज़्यादा easy रहता है because you have a lot of data to work on, and when you have a lot of data to work on, आपके 150 words तो बहुत easily हो जाएंगे. And how to divide, you just focus on dividing the content very smartly and you will not face any kind of trouble. So let us start with the question without any further delay. Let us read. The question is given: the graph below shows the demand for electricity in England during typical days in winter and summer. दो सीजन की जो रिक्वायरमेंट है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की वो दिखाई गई है इंग्लैंड की. And what is the pie chart showing? The pie chart shows how electricity is used in average English home. एक एवरेज घर है जो इंग्लैंड का, उसके अंदर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूज किस कारण से होती है, दैट इज गिवन इन पाई चार्ट. सो विल रिपीट अगेन in your line graph. It is shown that in both the seasons of winter and summer, electricity कितना यूज होती है and for how many hours a day. कभी ज़्यादा यूज होती है, कभी कम यूज होती है. And when it comes to pie chart, in one single day in an average English home, कौन सी चीज के लिए इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूज होती है. I hope the question is crystal clear to you guys, because if question is not clear, there is really less chance that you score. यहाँ the key is to analyze your question first and then start writing. So yeah, let us go to the solution. Right. So we are supposed to write our task one in 4 paragraphs. First one is going to be introduction. Second is going to be the overall paragraph. Third and fourth paragraph are going to be the comparison paragraph. Right? जो भी comparison या फिर analysis होगा वो paragraph number 3 और 4 में होगा. बाकी ऊपर के 2 paragraph में क्या होगा? Let us see. So now the first paragraph, our content is not going to be from our side. कंटेंट जो भी होगा, जो भी आप लिख रहे हो वो हमारी साइड से नहीं होगा. इट विल ऑलवेज बी फ्रॉम द क्वेश्चन. आपको खुद का कुछ भी ऐड नहीं करना रहेगा इसमें. Here, what you are supposed to do is only paraphrase. आपका question क्या है? The graph below shows the demand for electricity in England during typical days in winter and summer. The pie chart shows how electricity is used in average English home. This is your question. और वही paraphrase करके, paraphrase मतलब using the synonyms or changing the order or doing both of the given sentence, but making sure that the meaning stays the same. That is paraphrasing. So the same thing is done over here. Let us read. The consumption pattern of electricity based on the units consumed in 2 seasons, winter and summer, in England, and the share of its overall consumption in a typical English home are depicted in the given charts. You can see that the meaning has stayed the same. सिर्फ words बदल गए हैं और order बदल दिया है हमने. That is it. You can see that demand for electricity has been changed to consumption pattern of electricity. Generally देखें तो demand और consumption दोनों का dictionary meaning अलग है, but if you see over here, it can be used one word instead of the other one. Now coming to next paragraph, which is an overall paragraph. The only mistake a student could make is that to add data or number into the overall paragraph. आपका जो overall paragraph है उसके अंदर एक भी number नहीं आना चाहिए. You are not supposed to compare anything. You are not supposed to analyze anything. You are not supposed to show the numbers in your second paragraph. सिर्फ और सिर्फ दो main features आपको add करने हैं. क्या ओनली टू मेन फीचर्स जो पहली नजर में आपको दिख जाए आपके चार्ट के अंदर, वो आपको लिख देना है. अगेन देयर इज नॉट सपोज टू बी एनी कंपैरिजन और नंबर. अगर आपने नंबर लिख दिया ओवरऑल के पैराग्राफ में, देन यू आर गोइंग टू एंड अप लूजिंग सम बैंड्स. Right, so better is to not add any of these things. See, this is a kind of a pattern which is followed by IDP itself, so I really suggest that you follow the same pattern. Let us read the paragraph. Overall, it is clear that higher demand, so higher daily demand for electricity is seen in winter. अभी दो मेन फीचर्स लिखना है. सिंस वी आर गिवन मल्टीपल चार्ट, हम फर्स्ट चार्ट में से एक मेन फीचर लेंगे और सेकेंड चार्ट में से दूसरा मेन फीचर, एंड वी विल राइट इट डाउन. सो फर्स्ट हियर वी कैन सी दैट विंटर थ्रू आउट हैज ऑलवेज स्टेड हायर देन दैट ऑफ समर. समर से पहले से ही आगे है और एंड तक भी आगे ही रहा है. इट हैज ऑलवेज स्टेड ahead. So the main feature over here we can see is that the consumption of electricity in winter has always been high and has stayed high at the end of the day. Right, throughout the day winter में सबसे ज़्यादा consumption रहा है electricity का. So that is given over here. It is clear that high daily demand for electricity is seen in winter. और यहाँ पे हमें सबसे ज़्यादा main feature क्या दिख रहा है? The blue part. 52% goes to heating room and heating water. सबसे ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी किस में जा रही है लोगों की? रूम को गर्म करने में और पानी को गर्म करने में. So that is given again. The lion's share मतलब ज्यादा share, right? It is a word you can use instead of the highest share, right? The lion's share of consumption goes for heating rooms and water. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं इन्होंने 52% नहीं लिखा है, इन्होंने लिखा है लायंस शेयर. दे हैव रिटन द कंपैरिजन वर्ड. दे हैव यूज्ड words to show something rather than using numbers, and that is exactly what you're supposed to do. Let us go to the comparison paragraphs. अभी जो भी दो पैराग्राफ्स है उसमें आपके कंपैरिजन आने चाहिए. डेटा इसमें ही डालने हैं हमें. Right, let us read. The typical daily demand of electricity in England is generally more in winter than in summer, and it remains almost double throughout a day. Here we can see that winter हमें पहले से पता है कि consumption electricity का winter में ज़्यादा है, almost double than that of summer. जैसे कि यहाँ पे अगर it is between 10,000 to 20,000, तो winter में रहता है 30,000 to 40,000. That is almost double. Right, पहले से almost double पे ही रहा है, which is written over here. They have not said 20,000 or 40,000. They have used the word almost double. So they have used the comparison word over here. I would really suggest कि आपके दोनों पैराग्राफ में एक एक बार एक comparison word आना चाहिए. Quarter more than, quarter less than, 2/3 of the share, or something like mushroomed up, or such words, such comparison words should at least show up once in both of your paragraphs. In winter, between 12 a.m. and 2 p.m., the demand fluctuates between 30,000 and 40,000. 12 a.m. यहाँ पे है, and 2 is almost over here, and it is said that the demand has kept on fluctuating. ऊपर से नीचे जा रहा है. Whenever a graph is showing a lot of difference, बहुत ज़्यादा ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है, तो उसके लिए word है fluctuation. Right, the demand fluctuates between 30,000 to 40,000. However, it rises and reaches nearly 48,000 units by 9 p.m. यहाँ पे ऊपर जा रहा है. Right, it is at its peak. You can also use the word peak over here. Then after it declines to 34,000 units by midnight. Midnight मतलब यहाँ पे it declines, नीचे जा रहा है. Then the word declines is used. See, said there is certain vocabulary which I'll make sure is attached to your lecture or resources में आपको मिल जाएंगे, that such vocabulary should appear when it comes to line, or certain kind of words should show up when it comes to pie chart, या फिर bar graph में आना चाहिए, so and so. All right, let us continue. The seasonal daily demand in summer is the maximum only twice a day, 2 p.m. and 11 p.m. and does not cross 20,000 units. ये अभी समर के लिए एनालाइज कर रहे हैं दैट समर में सिर्फ 2 बार पीक हो रहा है, that is around 2 p.m. and 11 p.m., right? Around 2 and 11. And then also, even though it is at its peak, it is never crossing 20,000 units. Do you see how comparison is shown over here? Let us go to next paragraph. अभी ये पूरा एक paragraph था, वो तो एक chart के ऊपर ही था. Our next paragraph we are going to use this chart over here. Pie chart का होगा हमारे last paragraph comparison में. Heating is the area where an average English household uses most of its electricity for. That's we know. That is something we know, right? Heating में सबसे ज़्यादा usage हो रहा है electricity का. This accounts for just over a half of the total consumption. Do you see how comparison word has been used? The word almost half is used instead of using 52%, right? Electrical gadgets, including ovens, kettles, and washing machine, consume just over a sixth of the total, right? Ovens and kettles, there's 18%. तो उन्होंने use किया है just over 1/6. You see how the words have been manipulated. Data कैसे manipulate करके कैसे same data को अलग form में लगा के उन्होंने लिखा है. Whereas the consumption for all other means accounts for about 30%. Baki jo do hai 15%, right? That is lighting, TV and radio, and vacuum cleaners, food mixers and electric tools. They in total are forming 30%. देखो उन्होंने अलग अलग से 15% नहीं दिया, उन्होंने 30 दे दिया. Rather than writing that lighting, TV and radio consists or amounts to 15%, and then writing for vacuum cleaners that it is taking up at most 15%, उन्होंने दोनों का addition कर दिया है. So whenever possible something like this, do manipulate your data. हमें directly सीधा सीधा देख के तो लिखना ही नहीं है. If you are writing सीधा देख के, then I would really not expect that you will gain more marks out of it. The more you manipulate your data, दिखाना तो same ही है, right? Ultimately we know that both of these are amounting to 30%. That we know, but still we tried manipulating it, right? So that is how you're supposed to do. I hope this is very clear. What you can do is you can just, I'll change the slide कि आपको पूरा answer दिख जाए. You can just pause it. You can probably compare it with the question. आप question slide जो आगे थी आप उसका भी photo ले सकते हो. And you can compare how they have used the data in order to make it sound like, you know, बहुत अलग से represent किया. They've represented it in a good way. So that is how you're supposed to do. The only mistake that a student might make is second paragraph में data and third or fourth paragraph में directly data लिख के देख के उसको ऐसे का ऐसा लिख देना वापस. That is it for today. I hope to see you soon. Bye.